So I just want to summarize what we did before, which is simply what all these variables are. So we have a f of bx minus c plus the d. Let's just start from the inside. The first thing is we have the horizontal shift of c. Then we have a horizontal stretch with a factor of 1 over b. Then we have a vertical stretch with a factor of a. Right? If a is negative, we're going to have a reflection over the x-axis, and last we're going to have a vertical shift of d. One last thing, you might see, a translation with a vector of, let's just use these letters of c and d. This is telling us c. This is the horizontal shift, and this is the vertical shift. We're going to see this with a vectors unit, so this is x and y. And that's basically it. I think that's everything I want to say. Yes. Yeah. Good. Oh, also, I'm sorry, one last thing. Another thing to discuss is the order that you do these transformations. You learned a word about the word commutative. And the question is, does order matter? The way I do things. If I shift and then stretch, does it matter if I stretch and then shift? Here's the thing. Transformations are not always commutative. Sometimes you can switch the order and it doesn't matter. Other times it does. Well, what's the rule behind that? If you're doing an X transformation and then a Y transformation, the order doesn't matter. So if I do a horizontal shift and then do a vertical stretch, it doesn't matter if I first do a vertical shift, stretch, and then a horizontal shift. But if I'm doing a horizontal shift and then a horizontal stretch, it does matter of the order. So, if both transformations are X transformations, then order matters. But if the transformations are like X then Y, then order does not matter. Order does not matter. And so that's something you'll think about. And you can try that on your own. Do a vertical shift and then do a vertical shift and then a reflection over the x-axis versus taking that point, first reflecting it, and then shifting it. You can clearly see that they're not going to be the same point versus if I move something 2 to the right and then 3 up versus going 3 up and 2 to the right. It doesn't matter. Or, shifting up 1. Let's say I shift 2 to the right, but then multiply the vertical by 5 versus multiplying the vertical by 5 and then just moving it 2 to the right. It's going to take me to the same place. So once again, if both of your transformations are X transformations or both of them are Y transformations, X transformations or Y transformations, order matters. But if you're doing an X transformation and then a Y transformation, it doesn't matter. Good.